I've come to really love and appreciate this passage because of its simplicity. And this is something that is majorly fouled up these days in the church. Because what do we start with these days? There's a very specific order of the way it should be done. And people start these days by going to the church first when somebody has a problem. Or they tell a couple of other people first, one or two more, instead of going to the person alone. And it creates big problems, discouragement, all kinds of things. I had an accusation brought against me earlier this year that was just vile and foul. And unfortunately, the one who brought it against me could have just done away with it right off the bat had he done it according to Scripture, come to me alone. Posted the notion of what it was. It was just unbelievable. I would have said, that's crazy. No, that's unbelievably not true. You would have saw by my reaction that, if you're guilty, more likely you're going to get your back up, you're going to get angry. That's what usually happens. But, if somebody is just totally taken off, swept off their feet by what? So the thing that it caused me to realize, there was a lot of talking going on that allowed this certain one to think that I was doing something that I didn't do at all. So anyway, it could have been just taken care of. But instead, one or two others talk about it. Next thing you know, more people know about it. I'm the last one to find out. And it was very discouraging. It made me want to quit this ministry that I'm doing here on YouTube. But the Lord gently kept me going and blessed me by doing so, because I've read so many things that have given me understanding that I probably would have never had understanding on. And this is one of them. If it weren't for that situation. But look what it says. This is what's really interesting right off the bat. It's not like if you've done bad against somebody, go and tell him that you're sorry. But if he's trespassed against you, see, now don't we so often say, well, I wasn't the one that started it. I'm not going to go to him. I didn't bring this on. No, they've now trespassed against you. Now see, my certain one came to me when they thought I had done a fault against them, and they should have come to me. Well, now they do a fault, they trespass against me, this certain one. I think you get the point. So now it's up to me to go to them, and I have. And then you make the attempts, they don't listen. You've done what the Lord said. I had to do it by letter because I've been cut off from communication, but I tried. But now here's the deal too. Okay, so you go to the person alone. If they don't listen to you, you take one or two others. Now take note what it doesn't say. It doesn't say, go tell a few others, then go to them. It says, if you will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more. So you take them, but you don't tell them necessarily what it's about. See, this is important too, because you don't want the person feeling like they're being ganged up on. You don't want anybody sitting there wagging their head up and down. Yeah. You want them to be just as shocked as the brother is who you go to, who's like surprised that you brought a couple others. But if they're going to suddenly sit there and go, yeah, that's right. We heard about this. Well, they ain't going to accept it very well. So you just take a couple with you to be witnesses to it. And plus they're not going to have anything to say because they're going to be probably surprised by it. Okay, then you go to the church if they don't hear it. And then let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. That doesn't mean you just totally reject them. I mean, you still work with the heathen men and the publicans, but, you figure this guy's very likely not even a Christian. If they're at that point, they won't get it right. Okay, so that's so simple, but yet we don't do it. And that's why there's a lot of problems in our churches these days.